Welcome back, hunters. In this video, we're diving into a topic that often gets overlooked when it comes to Gunlance: charge shelling and the focus skill. Most players think focus is only for greatsword, but the truth is, focus actually benefits Gunlance in a big way when it comes to charged shelling. We'll break down how focus interacts with your charged shells, why it can completely change your playstyle, and whether it's worth adding into your build. And if you've ever wondered how some hunters seem to Wyvern Fire more often, without waiting on long cooldowns, this might just be the missing piece of the puzzle. Focus increases the fill rate for weapons with gauges and the charge rate for weapons with charge attacks. For Gunlance, that means it benefits us in two major ways: charged shelling and Wyvern Fire. Back in my very first video, I mentioned that focus is basically the engine behind the charge shelling playstyle. At level 1, it speeds up both your charge shelling and Wyvern Fire by about 5%. Level 2 bumps that to 10%, and at level 3, you're looking at a full 15% faster charge time. But numbers on paper don't tell the whole story. So how much faster does it really feel in combat? Let's line them up side by side and find out. As you can see here, the more focus you stack, the faster the Wyvern Fire gauge refills, which means more Wyvern Fire straight to the monster's face. Now, it might look subtle and a little hard to spot with the naked eye, but focus really does shave off that extra time on your gauge. You might even think Focus 2 and Focus 3 feel about the same. And while that's partly true in a controlled test, the reality in a real hunt is different. That one extra level of focus could be the difference between having Wyvern Fire ready on time or needing an extra hit or shell to charge it up. And by then, the monster might already be out of position, meaning you miss your Wyvern Fire window entirely. Now let's take a look at charge shelling and how focus speeds up the charge. So from the clip, it's clear that Focus 3 really speeds up charge time, and that directly boosts your overall damage with the charge shelling playstyle. In my opinion, Focus 3 is mandatory if you want to fully commit to charge shelling. But what if you don't have the slots for Focus 3 after fitting in artillery, load shells, and offensive guard? Or maybe you only have room for a level 1 slot. It's still worth it. Even Focus 1 speeds up your charge time enough to refill Wyvern Fire faster. And it also boosts how much your melee hits contribute to that gauge. It won't feel as noticeable as charge shelling, but that one level of focus really does put in work. I mean, sure, you could throw in attack boost for a more straightforward damage increase, but for me, I'd rather have Wyvern Fire up more often. Nothing beats that dopamine hit of blasting a monster in the face. That's the true way of the Gunlance, and I'm pretty sure every Gunlancer out there is chasing that same feeling. Moving on to weapon loadouts. For charge shelling, my top two picks are the G Lawful Bors and the Artian. Both come with plenty of weapon decoration slots, which is exactly what you want for this playstyle. If I had to choose, I'd lean toward Artian, since it lets you max out both offensive guard and focus at the same time. With G Lawful Bors, you usually have to pick between the two, though thanks to its sheer raw power, Bors will still outdamage Artian in many cases. You could always swap focus out for attack boost if you prefer a more direct damage setup. But remember, the faster your Wyvern Fire comes back, the more damage you're actually putting out over time. As for the build itself, I'm running the recently buffed Burst Boost alongside Zoshia. It's a straight up charge shelling setup. No gimmicks, no hidden mechanics. Just charge, blast, and keep the damage flowing. And while this build shines with charge shelling, you can easily run it with any Gunlance playstyle depending on your preference. Plus, you'll still have 2 flexible level 2 slots and 1 extra slot to play around with, so you can customize however you like, whether that's more comfort, utility, or pushing extra damage. A lot of you in the comments mentioned that the fan favorite Cornpopper works with the charge shelling playstyle, and I agree. The reason I didn't bring it up in my Cornpopper review is because crackling Cornpopper needs you to stay on Wyvern Fire cooldown, which felt like it clashed with focus and faster recovery. But after playing around with it, I can see why it works. Unlike Bors or Artian, I'm still hesitant to run focus here, because while it speeds up charge shelling, it also cuts into your crackling uptime. My recommendation is to run offensive guard instead. That way, you make the most of the longer cooldown, maximize crackling uptime, and boost Wyvern Fire damage after a perfect guard. That said, if you find it tough to play Cornpopper without focus, you can still run it. You'll just be trading some crackling uptime for a quicker Wyvern Fire cycle. Either way, Cornpopper is surprisingly strong for charge shelling once you balance the cooldown with the right skills. So did this video change your view on focus as a Gunlance skill? Even at just level 1, it brings Wyvern Fire back faster, which over the hunt nets more damage than something like Attack Boost 1 in that spare decoration slot. Before wrapping up, a huge thank you to Tyson for the generous support. It really means a lot and helps me keep making these Gunlance videos for the community. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you run focus in your builds or stick with attack boost and other raw damage skills? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a fellow Gunlancer. I'm Marneus. May your Wyvern Fire always be charged and your Gunlance never miss its mark.